Thank you, Madam Chair. We pay our respects to the elders and ancestors, past and present, and extend our appreciation to the Indigenous experts, our brothers and sisters at this session. The New South Wales Aboriginal Land Council recommends that governments must value and respect Aboriginal language and culture, empower and resource Aboriginal community-controlled organisations to take full ownership of their culture and heritage, including our languages. Government can never have control or own our language, and its role must be to work in partnership with Aboriginal peoples. Resource the capacity building of Aboriginal community-controlled organisations to not only protect and preserve Aboriginal languages, but to ensure a revitalisation and sustained increase in the number being spoken, starting with our children in the education system. Indigenous peoples' rights and freedoms to speak our own language is enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and in Article 13, 14 and 16 of UNDRIP. We should not be condemned for wanting and trying to speak our own language. While the Federal Australian Government endorsed the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People in 2009, state governments in Australia have been slow to practically implement the Declaration in laws, policies and programs. The Australian Government's Indigenous Languages and Arts program supports a network of 20 Indigenous language centres across Australia. These language centres are helping to preserve, revive and maintain over 150 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander language. This is a fantastic start. However, in Australia there are more than 250 Indigenous languages and around 800 dialects. To ensure real preservation, real revitalisation and real maintenance of Aboriginal languages, there needs to be support from all levels of government across Australia. Languages are vital and alive. They connect people to country, culture and their ancestors, and more importantly, their identity. It is essential that there is adequate resourcing to ensure Aboriginal languages are seen and heard in everyday life, and that Aboriginal people's goals and priorities in relation to the maintenance and preservation of languages are met. The unique contribution that Aboriginal languages bring to the identity of Australia must be promoted, celebrated and sustained. Let's remind governments we are here. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Thank you.